Good morning. Welcome to one of my favourite spots in Greenwich Park here in London. As you can see, the sun is just coming up, and in the background there we've got Canary Wharf, O2, and if we go down the other side, more that way, that's it, panning down the River Thames into the city. But I've come this morning to record a video for you. Some of you may, I'm just going to have a seat, have seen my story, which I did about a year ago now, or just over a year ago, just discussing my journey to where I was at the time. I'll post a link to that video in the comments below, so you can have a watch if you haven't seen it. But if some of you have, you may understand a bit more of where I'm coming from on this video. So I'd advise you to watch that video first if you haven't seen this one, or if you hadn't seen that one before watching this one. So, but today I just wanted to discuss my journey, where I am today, and where sort of I'm going in the future, really. And in the last year, it's been a real sort of journey for me personally. Really sort of been working on my own mindset and trying to improve myself physically and more mentally, actually. At the end of sort of last November, I broke up from a 5-year relationship, which was at the time something that was very mutual. Both broke up on good terms. We both agreed it wasn't working. But during that last year, I went through some real tough times. Probably dealt with it. It hit me maybe 2 or 3 months down the line. I was very busy in the first few months of the year, which kind of helped to distract myself from the pain, and then the pain surfaced, and I had to kind of deal with it in its raw form, really. So over the last year, it's sort of been an up and down battle to try and focus on moving on and sort of improving my life. And I like to definitely feel like I'm in that place now. Sort of, I've reached a good point of closure. I'm still friends with my ex, and it's been, it's been just nice. We sort of can get on okay. And they're always going to have a place in my heart. So there's no hard feelings there. You just have to accept that that was another chapter in the life of myself, and have to move on. So, but I definitely feel in the last year, and obviously going through the breakup, I've been very determined to improve and learn from what happened. And I think during my relationship I wasn't very honest, which caused a few problems, more about my past and what I'd done, being a single lad, and all the ventures I got up to and stuff. And I lied about that because I wanted to protect the person from that image of me, and try and portray the image I was now at the time when I met them, because I was at a different place in my life when I met them to when I was 19, 20, for example, which caused more problems because I was lying about stuff I did, and they felt that they couldn't trust me because I lied about more than that. I was lying all the time, but in a sense I was just lying and trying to cover up a version of me I didn't want them to kind of have, really, because I didn't want them kind of having that image going forward. I wanted them to see me as me. But what I realised during that period of time is that you have to be completely honest with people, and the more honest and transparent you are, and if they don't accept you for who you are, then it's at their loss, really. And I think over this last year, that's been my focus, has been really honest and transparent with everybody, new people in my life, old people in my life. And that transparency and honesty has actually made me feel very content and more clarity in my head. One of the biggest things I remember I lied about was because I was probably uncomfortable with that image of me, and I was insecure myself. So my own insecurities caused me to portray an image to try and hide those insecurities, when I think in general it's good to have those insecurities and actually show them to the person or to anyone that you love from the off, because everybody has those insecurities, and we always portray images of ourselves to try and hide those insecurities, when in truth those insecurities are what make you and actually make you a stronger person going forward, because if you deal with those insecurities, you can deal with them properly, and you can learn from them and be a stronger person for them. So definitely that's a big factor for me, is sort of really sort of unearthing myself, stripping back the rawness of me from right down to my core, learning who I am, and really sort of pushing that on and to other people, pushing that on to people I meet. So I've been on other dates, and it hasn't really gone that well, and I've just told that person straight, lovely to meet you, had a nice time, but it's not really working, or it's not really where I see it going. And that honesty and transparency for me is like kind of a real weight off my shoulders, because I remember when I was younger, you may have experienced this, but you kind of run away from dealing with it. You don't speak to them or you don't text them, and it goes away, but you've never really put any closure on it. You never told them it's over, or we don't, that date was fine, but no thanks. And just having that and just being raw with people has been really good. And if I bump into people, which I have done after going on a couple of dates, there's no awkwardness. It's just no, because they know that the score from the start. I know the score, and you just have a pleasant chat and move on, and it's very polite and civil. And I think that's so important. And for me, as a health professional, I want to sort of really portray that to other people, and just try and get you to open up, be honest and raw and frank with yourself. So yeah, just be really honest and raw and transparent with people, and it really helped to just make you feel a lot better in yourself and more clarity. And that's really sort of where I've come from and where I'm coming to and where I'm going now in terms of my own personal journey, but also my journey with other people. May have worked with me in the past. PT in general, I've worked with majority of women, but I feel you learn a lot from yourself, and that's how you can transfer that onto others. And for me, working with guys in my position, similar age, and trying to open up and try and get guys to open up and be more honest and with their feelings and more honest with other people around them. I know that's really helped my brother as well, and we've got a really good relationship. Being honest and having nice, real open conversations with my family, and it's just fantastic, to have those raw, open conversations and just tell everybody exactly how it is from the off. There's no hidden agendas. This is me, and they love me for me, and I love them for them, and really feel that being honest and focus on what you want and understanding what you are and how you want to be is going to be something that will really take you to the next level. I've moved back to London. I had to go home to Devon, but realised I was in home Devon for other people rather than myself. So coming back to London was a big step again, big challenge, but I'm embracing it every day, going out meeting people, doing things on my own, and it's just been a breath of fresh air. I can go and do stuff, and things are exciting. Every day's exciting. The year's exciting. What's coming, and if I'm sorry if any of you've worked with me in the past that would like to work with me in the future, but if any of your husbands, friends, colleagues that be interested in working with me in the future, then just send us a message and I'll be glad to help. Or even if you relate to this video and it's something that you would like to speak to me about, then I'm happy to have an open conversation. I'm not running a program at the moment, just here to try and help people. And the key thing is just, like I've said, is raw, honest transparency, uncovering those layers that you may be having to mask some masculinity that you may portray, and really get down to your core and embrace the true, honest you. Hope this has been an insightful video. I'd love to hear your comments, so post them in the comments below, and we'll see you soon.